Hi, Philip from TW White & Sons. We've been pleased enough to acquire this beautiful Mazda CX3 2-litre 121 PS Sport Nav Plus Automatic, which is actually an 18 on a 68. It's on this LGZ number, but can be transferred off that onto an 1868 when somebody buys this car. Car's only done 10,248 miles. It comes with a full Mazda history. We just serviced the vehicle and it's in superb condition. One owner from new. Beautiful low mileage. You can see here the bodywork just pops out at you. It's in fabulous condition. Front and rear parking sensors with a rear reverse camera, power folding door mirrors, privacy glass at the rear. It's a great specification. Just looking in the boot here, our validers always take out the mats before they do the inside of the car, but this car's been partially valeted. It needs to have a thorough clean, but we thought we'd get it online as quickly as possible. We've got 60/40 split rear seat system here at the rear, and all the tools etc. housed underneath here. Load area covers all in place. Absence of marks in the boot, which means it's not had a heavy life. You got this beautiful black leatherette interior here showing minimal signs of wear. That extends over to the door cards. There's sort of grey leather here. Electric windows, electric power folding mirrors, as I've said before, with auto touch on the driver's window. And this is keyless entry, this car, so you just get into the car with the key, put the key in the centre console, press the foot brake and then depress this engine stop start button and the car will burst into life, as it does. 10,248 miles is all this car has done, and lovely low mileage. It's practically as good as buying a new car. Very clear instrumentation in front of you. On the left hand side you've got the gear selector indicator because it's automatic, obviously. Mileometer beneath that, 10,248. In the centre, tachometer, rev counter and a digital readout for the speedometer. On the far right hand side you got your fuel gauge, fuel computer and external temperature gauge. In front of us, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a little head-up display in that screen. You can see a 0 there, probably not too clearly through his camera, but I can see it very clearly in front of me. Is a colour head-up display, which also pulls through the navigation signal. Here, turning on the lights on this multi-function steering wheel to give us a better view. On the left hand side you've got integrated Bluetooth with voice control. You've also got this info button which changes elements of the display, and I'll just show you how that works. Press the info button, shows that we've got 7 miles left in the tank, hence it needs some fuel. Average 32.2. that is subjective, it depends on how the car's been driven, where it's been, etc. We can zero this. You should be getting over 40 miles per gallon out of one of these. 17 mph is a sort of average speed, so there you have it, a basic fuel computer there, which works really well. In fact, the most useful setting I find on these is the amount of petrol that one has left in the tank. Fuel gauge, but beneath it, it's all digital. There's a button here that shows your trip meter here. If you press that you can change all of that, you see, and again we can zero, again zero. So there you have it, very clear instrumentation. On the right hand side here, cruise control, and beyond that auto wipers with variable speed on the intermittent and auto lights. Automatic gearbox with a sport switch that keeps it in the gear longer if you wish to select that. I've never found a need to do so. This engine is perfectly spirited, 121 PS, very respectable out of a smaller type of SUV, but a fabulous power to weight ratio on this. You'll find here when you put it in D drive, you've got these paddle shifts here. If you want to use those to give you a more immersive experience, you can do. Some people love using paddle shifts. From a personal point of view, for me, just putting it in drive and driving like you would any other automatic produces perfectly adequate performance and MPG. Really good specification with this car. You've got heated steering wheel, which is a lovely touch in winter, in fact all year round. 3-stage heated seats, passenger and driver. Automatic climate control, air conditioning, so you just set everything to automatic, set your temperature, turn the AC on by pressing that button, and it will direct the air and adjust the ventilation speed according to the internal temperature of the vehicle. Very straightforward. Heated rear window, demist here, recirc button. If you don't want to operate it on automatic, just take it off the system and adjust it to wherever you want the air to go, and you can adjust it like a normal manual air conditioning unit. But people like the auto climate control because it gives them its ease of use, exactly in the same way that the automatic is. Main navigation wheel, electric handbrake here, operates this main nav screen, which is touch screen here when you're stationary. So you've got stuff like DAB, you've got FM, AM, etc. But for the purposes of this demonstration, as soon as you set off in the vehicle, sorry, I'll rewind. As soon as you set off in the vehicle, that touch screen for safety reasons becomes disabled, and you're operating everything here through the main navigation wheel. You don't want to be fiddling about here as you're driving along and taking your eyes off the road. That is the whole reasoning behind it. But for the purposes of this demo, I'll show you using the main navigation wheel. And just coming back to that, round this navigation wheel, you've got star button, which is favorites, arrow button back, navigation, home screen and music, and master volume control. You can of course adjust the volume here through the steering wheel. So back to the DAB, as I say, you've got FM, AM, Bluetooth, etc., USB plug-in. Back to the home screen, across here, applications, fuel economy monitor. This car's got iStop. If the car is iStop ready, the battery's fully charged, etc., and you drive up to, say, some red traffic lights, and you engage neutral, the car will stop. As soon as those lights turn to green and you engage drive, the car will start again. There are advantages with iStop, stop-start technology, and it's far better for the environment, less pollution, and far better on your pocket in terms of fuel. So that is the point behind iStop. You've got a fuel economy monitor with this car, which is very clear, shows it really well, and you average since last reset. Vehicle status monitor, obviously we're low on fuel, that's coming up as a warning. Maintenance, 100% oil is just been serviced, cars ready to go. Phone, integrated Bluetooth with voice control, you can program the phone. Satellite navigation, very clear. That's a nighttime setting, this is a daytime setting. You can of course set it to one or the other through the various menus of this car, but if you look there, you can find address, town or postcode, set up a home address, look at your, set up favorites, set up history of where you've been to. It's very convenient. The other good thing with this is places nearby. You can set a category up, so say for example you're hungry and you want to find a restaurant, search, it'll come up with a whole load of stuff for you, and then if you execute one of those commands, the navigation will aid you getting there. Settings, you can, the colour head-up display. You can adjust that for height, you can adjust its brightness, the display information. It pulls through the navigation signal, as I've said. Active driving display, where you're obeying speed limits, etc. Go back into it. Display we're looking at, you can auto, as I said, between auto, day and night modes, brightness, contrast. Safety, vehicle's got smart city brake support, very useful for town driving. Lane departure warning system, the car's loaded with safety features. Lane departure warning system ensures that you keep in the correct lane. If you veer off that lane, the car will warn you of such, but you've got parameters of those warnings and the type of warnings that you can set up. Traffic sign recognition, parking sensor indication, sound, bass, treble, fader, balance, ALC, automatic level control, adjust the sound to compensate for any road or engine noise. Back into it, because there's a few things I forgot to show you. Clock, you can set up time zones, 12 or 24 hours. Vehicle, you can set up things like your door locks, walk away locking, indicator volume, lighting here, interior exterior lights, adaptive front lighting, coming home light, leaving home light, and the sensitivity of your headlamp, auto headlights on. Couldn't be more flexible, this car. Beautifully engineered. Vehicle devices, network, Bluetooth management system, Celsius or Fahrenheit. You can set it to miles or kilometers. Very useful if you're driving abroad. Reverse camera, very clear there with parking markers. This car's beautifully finished. It's got auto dimming rear view mirror, complete spec. Just to summarize, CX3 Sport Nav Plus automatic, just a great vehicle, registered on a 2018 68 plate. This car could go back on, or so you can keep the private plates on there. 10,248 miles. Great spec, cruise control, auto lights, wipers, satellite navigation, reverse camera, DAB radio, climate control, air conditioning, BOSE sound as well. I would just say, if you can see, well, you can't see it down there, sharp better in the pictures, but you got BOSE sound system in this vehicle, color head-up display. I mean, just a terrific spec. The car will come with 12 months Mazda approved warranty. At TW White & Sons, we take any vehicle in part exchange, and we will be as competitive as any of the companies that advertise online, or any of the companies that advertise on national television. This is a fabulous condition car, and as I said to you, it can go back on a 68 plate if you want it to. Another example of Mazda's superb engineering in this small SUV. We do full funding facilities here. We'll be as competitive as anybody else. And we're fully visible, regulated by the FSA. So you're safe in the knowledge that when you deal with us, you're dealing with a company that has been in business over 50 years, a family-owned business that you can trust and rely on. If there's any further details you need to go find out about this wonderful little 2018 on a 68 Mazda CX3 2-litre Sport Nav Plus automatic, done 10,247 miles, please go on our website, which is www.twwhiteandsons.co.uk. Thank you for watching.